dein Problem, wenn du backst. Genosianer. Oh, eine interessante Antenne ist das. So, rauszoomen. Durchgucken. Haben wir alles. Ich bin jetzt eigentlich ziemlich überzeugt, dass die einzigen Sachen, die noch da sind, der beschissene Kopfgeldjäger ist, der hier hinten rumeiert. Und die anderen Kopfgeldjäger, die ich noch sammeln muss. Und was im Dorf noch ist. Wobei die Kiste hier oben mir das die größte Kopfzerbrechen bereitet. Ich meine, wir haben hier einige hohe Punkte, aber nichts, was in der Reichweite von dem Ding ist. Hier muss ich nochmal hoch. Das ist doch Thomas Bude. Warum ist da noch eine Kiste drin? Und da war ich doch schon. Oh Mann. Wenn es da wenigstens einen Aufwind geben würde. Was haben wir denn da?
Forgive the sword greeting, lad. I'm always on edge when fishing for the finger-licked garpon.
What a name.
And fierce as they come. But that doesn't deter the poachers. The poor garpon, despite its rarity, is a delicacy for the black of heart and the rumbly of belly. In we go!
Und rein mit ihm.
Ah, did you see that beauty? Two plump fins, a fine compliment at glance. A scrumptious, varicose tongue.
Fishing on an empty stomach, Scuba?
Hey, I can't succumb to the passions of the stomach. The garpon must live. I'd better get me mind off it. Spin your tail. Where did we end? Ah, yes. The monstrous Captain went. His crew and myself fled aboard the pirate schooner and the filthy zephyrs. Well, fast as the morning thaw, I could tell something was off. Wanyek, he wouldn't look me in the eye. Oh, and a dreadful stench was a brewing his rotten beard. An augur of fate most ill. Wanyek took the helm, and with landing claws away we flew to deep space, putting a few lifetimes between us and those pirates. We found ourselves afield of the Parlimean trade route. As soon as the captain took his hand off the yoke, he put it on his harpoon and gave me a look like a half-starved toucan iron sprat. Scurver, snarled the vile captain, you've gone as soft as an oyster's navel. If I couldn't trust you to spare a quarren with your blaster in your mouth, how could I trust you to skewer the great goober fish? Aye, my hesitance to pull the trigger had me undone. In spite of my most rabid pleas, the captain jettisoned wee Scuba in an escape pod. The last thing I saw was his dread smile, crooked like a bayman's backbone. And so, my time aboard the grapnel met a briny end. Sitting alone in a pod, in deep space, with nothing but a tank of old cod and gash. I'll tell you more later, lad. The despair. Ugh, the stench. It's enough to set my stomach a churn to this very day.
So, Scuba, back to your story. Were you actually marooned in deep space by Captain Wet?
Aye, lad. There I sat, tummy a rumble, gazing out at the void. My somber reflection staring back from the porthole. Was it hours? Years? Neither would faze me. But I do recall this. After a term most interminable, there she was, like a bowsprit cutting through a crest. The great space whale, still sporting the grapnel's imprint on her side, emerged from a parted void. Aye, even now it brings the salt to my eyes. Her great blubbery undulations tossed me pod through the stars like a goose-winged skiff. The stars swirled about like 100,000 fishes until suddenly I saw a planet below. marvelous creature from the depth of space. I tried searching for her. Alas, to no avail. She eluded me for years before I packed my satchel and headed home for Sakavitar. Most didn't believe what I'd seen. They say she was not but the terminal spasm of a starving salt's brain. But I know what I saw, lad. I know what I saw. Of course, when I returned home, things were not as I remembered them. But that be a tale for another time. So, after years of searching for the great whale, I returned home to the frozen shores of Sakavitar, where my tale began. And this world on which I was weaned and warmed seemed but a moon to me careworn eyes. So small. I foot-slogged my way back to Undun's cave, but I found it empty, and somehow colder than I remembered. You know, lad, sometimes the truth brings peace, and sometimes it brings sadness. The fish is nae always what you thought it would be when it bit the line. I dragged myself out of that cave and back to my village. And what I discovered next sent a spar through me thrice-pickled belly. All me kith and kin, old and bairn, ravaged by famine and cold. For none other than Captain Wanyek Wet had been fishing in their waters, sparing what few fish remained and taking them off-world. And so it was that I found myself once again in search of the dread captain and his crew. Not just for my own justice, but to liberate my very home. When we next speak, I'll tell you what became of my crusade. Aye, our story nears its end. I discovered that Captain Whet was plundering my very home seas for exotic fish, and in the process, starving the old tars who raised me from a wee yoke. I spent many months in search of them. At long last, I discovered them on the salted shores of the third moon of Antine. I hied to Antine and trucked me foe to the Caracas Trench, a fissure sliced clean through the moon's heart. There, amongst the brine and black, I found him. Wanyek Whet and his vile crew, surrounded by glumbering eels, spearing them with their harpoons. Captain, I cried, you've broken your promise never to harvest the seas of Sakavitar. And I said, your command be forfeit if you dinna first swear my home waters. Oh, I'll scarce forget the snarl he issued as he turned to me, slow as a frozen reef, regarding me after years of thinking me dead. This, he growled, is why you dinna toss the fish back into the sea. Before I could shake my flippers, the barb of his harpoon spun through the deep, and its hook pierced me in the chest. My juices filled the water, and as my vision grew dark, I espied Wanyek, smiling sharp as a fang.
That's horrible, Scuva.
I told you, lad, that mine be a dark tale. I'll tell you more when next we meet.
Okay, ich habe ihn erschöpft bis jetzt. Das waren aber eine Menge Fragmente an Story jetzt dicht hintereinander. Das ist cool. Endlich mal ein bisschen mehr Story. Dachte ich mir auf dem Dach. Taktisch. Ich bleib bei dem hier.
I'm grateful you were here. You better not tell me you're one of them.
One of who?
One of them fools hollering at me to throw a Raiders are gone party.
No, I'm not one of those fools.
Well, good. For starters, the Raiders are still out there causing trouble, leader or not. And worse, these prospecting fools want me to throw that party for free. Well, not on their lives. No such thing as a free lunch, let alone a free party. I don't care what the occasion is. We're in this together. You want something? You pay your share. Grease ever tell you the story of how we met?
No, let's hear it.
Oh, he first landed, talking dreams of taking over a cantina. I pegged him as just another prior-right vulture. Someone who comes out of nowhere, turns a credit from a few suckers, and skips town. Of course, when I saw him putting real care into the cantina, well, I knew we were cut from the same cloth.
Pyloons is as important to him as the Mantis. That's why he named it after his great-grandma.
That's right. You stick with Grease. He's one of the good ones. Just don't tell him I said that.
Your secret's safe with me.
Mir fällt gerade auf, sie hat 4 Beine und Grease hat 4 Arme. Ob das irgendwie zusammenhängt?
Cal, what's up with that woman who showed up with you?
Erin, she's a good friend. What about her?
Nothing.
Are you afraid of Marin?
Me? Oh, no. It's just, well, I've never seen anyone like her before.
Marin's a night sister.
A night what? Wait, what is that?
She's from Dathomir, and she can perform magic.
Now you're just yanking my Walloona ears.
I'm not. She can wake the dead. Don't worry. You have nothing to be afraid of. Usually.
Cal! Well, all I know is if the dead start walking around here, you're gonna get an earful.
Ich mag Dora.
Take a look around. Won't find that anywhere else.
Oh, so könnte ich God of War gehen. Maschinenschnitt.
Looks good to me.
Good choice. Practically had your name on it.
Can't go wrong with this.
I knew you'd pick that up. You got a good eye.
Outrider sieht auch cool aus. Gerade die Schienbeinschützer und die Handgelenk, das ist, besonders die Schienbeinschützer alleine, das sieht schon nach Klontruppen wieder aus. Jetzt habe ich das volle Outfit-Kommando. Halt.
Sense of foul presence. No. It couldn't be.
Roffelmau?
Gotta stay calm.
Ich nehme an, das hat was mit der großen Kröte zu tun, die ich erschlagen habe, und dann mit der kleinen Kröte da, die mich beurteilte. Oh, leck mich doch am Arsch. 2? Warum? Oh, fick doch den Hamster. Warum? Warum 2 davon? Hat die eine nicht gereicht? Mussten die mich noch quälen? The fuck?
I don't think that worked.
Okay, Blaster raus und weg damit.
BD, I need help.
Fucking Rinnebill.
Help, please.
Alter.
Tim. Another. BD.
Die waren deutlich einfacher, aber das lag auch daran, dass die nicht so aggressiv waren wie die andere. Fuck me. Alter. Oh.
That did the trick.
Satisfying, isn't it?
What is?
Protecting this town. What with me keeping people fed, you keeping people alive.
You'd need 3 bodyguards to keep Turgle safe.
Ain't that the truth? It's a lot to take on, but in exchange, we gain something mighty valuable, don't we? A sense of purpose. It makes all this feel meaningful.
Yeah. Guess it does.
Ah, you got a keen eye for good product.
That right?
Yeah, but you know, the product, that's only part of the sale. You're also buying what's behind it.
What do you mean?
Well, every item has a story. One that carries from owner to owner. The history persists, embedded inside every object. You can find it in a chipped cup or a greasy handprint on a towel even. They all remind you that someone was here once.
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
Und wir packen alles in ein Museum.
You've been coming around here so much, you're basically a regular.
You've got great stuff.
Most shop owners would offer a discount or the like, but not me. Nothing personal, but you start handing out freebies, you have people up in arms asking, why not me, Doma? Don't need a hassle.
That makes sense.
Stellen wir sich mal vor, ich meine, sie ist der einzige Laden hier und jeder, der hier hinkommt, ist effektiv ein Stammkunde. Das heißt, jeder, der kommt, ein Stammkunde ist und Freebies will, dann kannst du ganz schnell den Laden wieder dicht machen. Weil dann gibt es ja keinen Profit mehr für sie.
You're the new guy, right? Sorry, I missed that. Say that again?
I didn't say anything. Sorry. Hold that thought.
Oder auch nicht.
Oh, wussy.
Ein Stromkabel. Oh, cool. Swoop. Ein vollständiger Blastersatz. Ich meine, ich habe ja so einige Sets gekriegt ja mittlerweile, die ja komplett sind. Ich meine, wir haben das Lichtschwert von der Kri. Wir haben das Ding jetzt. Wir hatten auch, ich glaube, das Jedi-Outfit war das. Die backen auch alle rum. Lauter Druidenteile.
No so ne.
Ah, kriegt Großkaliber. Da haben wir den Rest des Großkalibers. So, gucken wir mal. Ne, ich sehe keine weitere Möglichkeit, um da oben hochzukommen. Die einzige Möglichkeit, die mir in den Kopf käme, wäre komplett vom Turm rüber zu hüpfen. Das könnte ich noch versuchen.
Garden's nice and lush these days, huh, BD?
I see you found new seeds. Plant one, and I'll tell you all about it.
Aber nee, ich glaube nicht, dass das wirklich funktioniert. Oder? Oh, vielleicht doch. Es hat funktioniert. So, muss ich irgendwas erschlagen, um an das Zeug ranzukommen? Liegen eine Menge Sachen rum. Gradfalke.
All right. Let's look.
Relter-Eier. Üblich lassen Relter ihre Eier nicht lange unbewacht. Doch mit dem Aufstieg der Batman Rares auf Kobo verändert sich das Ökosystem des Tals und zwang die Relter dazu, auf der Suche nach Nahrung immer weiter und länger zu fliegen. Es sind dieselben Eiergrafiken wie für diese dummen Päden. Ah, das ist der Workshop hinten. Jetzt habe ich bis auf die eine Kiste eigentlich alle erledigt. Das heißt, ich kann endlich mit der Mantis abhauen. Hoffe ich. Nochmal ein kurzer Blick über die Karte. Aber ich glaube, ich habe wirklich alles erledigt jetzt an Kisten und extra Punkten. Okay, die Kopfgeldjäger, aber das ist nochmal so eine andere Geschichte. Ich meine, ich wäre natürlich froh über die ganzen Blaster-Geschichten, die ich kriegen könnte dadurch. Aber im Augenblick keine Lust auf den Kopfhältiger zu jagen. Ich will nach Coruscant.
I know that look.
What look? I don't have a look.
Dagon. His army. Those were long odds. Even for you.
I didn't let my past control me. Dagon's overwhelmed him. To be honest, I had no idea if I could. But I had to believe.
Well, I knew you would come back.
Of course. You're not getting rid of me that easily.
Keep your eyes out for the Empire.
Cal, when we were fighting Dagon, those hallucinations, what were they for you?
Our friends, suffering because they followed me. And I couldn't do anything to stop it.
I saw Kata in her room, stormtroopers coming for her, breaking down the door. But you know what? That's not gonna happen.
Yeah. Thanks for being there and having my back.
No. Thank you, brother. We're closer than ever to giving the people we love real safety.
Go do what you gotta do.
Great time to change up our equipment.
Das sieht mir so richtig klasse Spielzeuglaserpistole aus. Yeah. Oh, halt, ich habe 5 Punkte schon wieder, ne? Ah, egal.
Alright, so next.
Coruscant ist die kleinste von den Welten, glaube ich, abgesehen von dem Mond. Also macht es Sinn, die als erstes jetzt zu machen, bevor ich nach Jedi gehe. Und da den ganzen Planeten erkunde. Oder was ich halt von dem Kontinent alles zu sehen kriege.
Eyes front, Cal. We're coming in.
Ich will mir nicht mal vorstellen, wie viele Lebewesen auf diesem Planeten tatsächlich beherbergt sind. Ich meine, dieses Ding ist nicht nur eine planetenweite Stadt. Es ist eine planetenweite Stadt mit, ich weiß nicht wie vielen Stockwerken.
All this High Republic business has got me thinking.
About what?
All those years ago, people had the exact same worries we did. Fear of the future. The need to protect one's family.
Times change. People don't.
Ain't that the truth?
All these people, oblivious to the war we're fighting.
Maybe that's a good thing.
For now, perhaps. But what this galaxy needs is a true revolution.
You gonna lead it?
Wouldn't you like that?
Ah, Coruscant. If I set up my cantina here, then I'd really be making some credits.
And do you think the Bedlam Raiders are bad? Here you'd have to pay protection to crime lords, bribe CSF officers, you name it.
But I'd have a neon sign with my name on it. And that would make Great-Grandma Pyloon mighty proud.
I'm sure she'd already be very proud of you, Grease.
Well, you think? Okay, get out of here and do what you gotta do before the Inquisitorium.
I need a second.
Ja. Ich warte ja noch darauf, dass das Dorf mal angegriffen wird vom Imperium oder sowas. Oder wenn ich jetzt nach Jeddah komme, kann es sein, dass das Imperium vielleicht den Pfad gerade angreift oder so eine Scherze. Nice. An dieser Stelle weiß ich gar nicht, ob das überhaupt Sinn macht, die Skill zurückzusetzen, selbst wenn es erstmal kostenlos ist. Ups, ich wollte ja noch was. Ich kann von hier gar nicht schnell reisen. Muss ich laufen. So. 2 Dinger sind hier und 2 Kisten sind hier. Plus noch ein Vieh, was ich wohl umnatzen muss. Das Vieh ist... Ach, hinter dem... Okay. Aber da sind noch ein paar mehr Dinger, die ich noch nicht benutzt habe. Das ist interessant. Vielleicht könnte noch mehr versteckt sein. Aber schön, dass ich auch hier jetzt die Kisten sehe. Aha, schönes Detail. Die Z95 sind nicht mehr da. DL Delete.
Sustaining damage. Not successful.
Das war eklig.
Little help, BD. Hey, buddy.
Au. Ich sollte nicht so aggressiv spielen wie den.
I have taken them. Destroy.
Help me. Here. Another.
Au. Ach, jetzt darf ich die auch hacken? So. Ich denke mal, diese Strecke hier ist nutzlos für mich. Es gibt nur eine Ebene, das ist auch gut. Das heißt, hierhin teleporten und dann hier rüberlaufen, das Ding machen. Und dann einfach wieder den ganzen Weg rüber machen.